welcome to part 3 of trade positioning. If you have not watched part 1 and part 2, you guys should go and watch the part 1 and part 2. So what I'm going to show here now is live example and trade that I've taken today. Today is Wednesday 26th August. So we'll look at live example, then we'll do some backtesting and I'll see what have been happening so far with price. So the first thing now is to go to the daily time frame and understand what is happening. So this so our discussion still fall under positioning. Pound NZD. So let's look at what has been happening. We're going to separate these prices now, then work our way to the downside. Now if we start from the daily time frame, let me just use here. I'll just take this place down as noise now. Now we have the highest points, then we have the lowest points here, right? Now anybody that is selling from top here, their first inflection point now is this level. So anybody that is selling from here now is selling close to this particular place. The next point here now is this one here. The next point after it now is this particular low, then this final low here. All right, so we had, if we look at the nature of price, we have impulse, this pullback happened. So as far as I've not taken out this low, as far as I've not taken out this inflection point, it's still valid for us to look for sales to this downside. Now when price gets to this place, we took out this place, we had this retracement. When we had this retracement now, where is our next inflection point now for us to sell to? This particular low. Since you're looking at this particular low, because you're looking at something larger like this, now impulse, you're looking at this as a larger correction for it to sell off to the downside, right? So we'll start looking at the areas of value now in that particular place. We'll be looking at the top. We have this particular top here, but price didn't get to that place. So here now it's just like an override now for us to look for sales now to the downside, right? Okay. Now anybody that is selling now is selling to this particular low here, right? But if we look at the nature of price, how price have been dropping, this is the daily time frame. Is it giving us a kind of form of reversal now for price to come back to this particular low, or is it giving us a continuation now for price to trade off to the downside? So our directional bias already now is bearish. We're looking for sales. We want to sell to this particular low, and if I'm going to position myself now, I'm going to be position myself now at the top of structure. But at the same time, on the lower time frame, I could look at what price is doing and see if I could work my way downward, because price don't have to pull back to this particular place now before going down. So let's look at what is happening on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, now look at what is happening on the 4-hour time frame. What do we have? We have the price have been selling off to the downside. It's forming a kind of continuation pattern, and even if we're going to get any continuational pattern now, we're getting it to this particular next inflection point down here, right? So I will use this place now as an override. This one now is just Falcom 101, right? Then let's go to our entry time frame. The same logic we use for the higher time frame is the same logic now I'm using for the lower time frame. So I had this value area here. I'm looking for sales. I'm looking for sales now to this particular low. Since I'm looking for sales now to this particular low, I'll start marking out my inflection area. We have this particular place, and if you look at this is a 30 minutes time frame. We have another inflection point here, then we'll have the next one down here. So what I'm looking for here now is I want to see how price will sell off. We have this impulsive move. I want to see how price will sell off to this particular low. So the first thing we got here now is we have this impulsive move. We have not gotten to this inflection point. Price are giving us a two-touch continuation here. Remember, I like taking my entry now on the 5 minutes time frame. So what happened now is when price gave us this kind of tight continuation to the downside, initially I took one sell here. After I see this strong candle pullback, I waited for 50% of that move. My stop loss just above here. I was targeting this place. When price came down here, it fails to commit to this. I know that this place is my target. We start pulling back. I went out with break even. It came back to this particular place. I needed to enter again. You could see this pause in price. I just took another sell up here. Stop loss above. We're not talking about entry now. And I target down here for 4.3%. So 4.3%. I share this trade now on the guys down on WhatsApp. Yeah, easy 4% on this particular trade. Okay, now let's look at the next inflection point, this particular place. This is where price action now start getting juicy now if you don't understand how to read it. After price have completed its work down here, it has potential of just keep going up, right? It could just keep going up now, but our next target now that I want to target down is this particular low here. So I'm not looking at this pattern now like three touch continuation. I'm not looking at it now from this standpoint of three touch to sell off to the downside. Not that we can't look at it like that, but what is more valid now? Now what I'm looking at now is I'll just put my ray line here. Let me remove this one. So price pull back. I'm looking for insurance entry, no insurance entry. Start pulling back for three touch. I was like, okay, let me look. Is price testing the back end of any this thing here? Yes, it's testing the back end. It's pulled back to this particular level, the back end of this low here, previous low. Sell off to the downside. There's a pause in price. You could see that candlestick confirmation here. Let me remove this one. So sell off from there. Stop loss just above. Our first target now is this particular low for 4.3%. Our overall target now is 9.5%. Yeah. So we are not talking about entry. If there's something I want you guys to walk away now from this video now is the mechanics of price. Within this whole thing now is one particular price action that's completed its work. The next low now that I want to target now, which is this particular low now, is this entire. Now the next thing I want to target now, remember the override now is from here. The override now, let me use this one. The override now is from here. This one. We're looking for, let me draw it out. We're looking for, this is the pattern that I was looking at, a kind of V shape. I was looking for insurance entry to then sell it to the downside, but price failed to commit. It started pulling back. Pulling back to what? It was pulling back to the back end of this place. Then I saw a pause in price, candlestick confirmation, then we'll sell off to the downside. So this sell off now that is coming down now should be for this particular leg. Impulse, correction, impulse for this particular low here. So anything we are saying now for this particular low, right? So if we should separate it now, if we should look at the two now, we've seen that the first one, impulse, correction, impulse to the first inflection point, it has done its work. Then let me change the color to yellow. Then the next one now is this entire impulse, the correction, then the sell off to the downside. So at first everything will look confusing, but once you take your time now, go through it, look at it over and over again, you start seeing those details now. Now why is all this thing important? The reason why it's important now is because you could know where you could manage from, and you could know how you could treat every value area. Look at what happened to Euro USD. Let me remove everything here. Let me bring out Euro USD. Okay. Look at it. I'll just be on the 15 minutes time frame. We have this low. Now the main sell now is impulse, correction, impulse, right? We are done with that particular one. Now, is there any other inflection points here? We have one down here. So since we have one down here, what I'm looking for now is this entire move. What I'm looking for now is the entire impulse, this pullback. My next target now is down here. That's the idea. So this one now, this section now is one piece of price. Then this other section now is one piece of price action. So you see, if I'm selling from here now, I could manage to this place, and I could keep looking for sales now until we get to this particular inflection point, insurance entry down here. Easy peasy lemon squeezing.